Hey guys, how's it going? All excited. Got the crankshaft in, checked all the tolerances, all the clearances are good. I use plastic gauge because I don't have a bore indicator or a caliper or anything like that. I didn't want to end up spending another 500 bucks on tools just to do one engine. So I did everything with the plastic gauge. Everything seemed to come out pretty good. I got all the main cap bolts torqued down to specs, even the side bolts. Crank turns nicely. It's like hydraulic, man. It just spins beautiful. I used assembly lube in there, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing the installing the pistons. I got all the rings on the pistons. They're all gapped and ready to put in. I already pre-checked the connecting rod journal clearances. They're good. So tomorrow morning I'm going to start installing them, and we'll go from there, and I'll show you guys how you properly torque down connecting rod caps, because a lot of people are doing it wrong. And when they're doing it, they're actually binding and they're crushing their bearing because they're doing one at a time. You should be doing two at a time. So you should be doing the two opposing cylinders. For example, if you're doing the first cylinder, number one, which would be this journal over here, you want to put the piston in journal number one, and you want to put a piston in journal number two on the other side over here. So when you slide the two journals in, before you torque the caps down, they're sitting, of course I'm going to have this at bottom dead center. I'm going to have the journal over here when I slide them in. But you want to have both caps installed and just snugged. When you torque them down, if you're just going to do one at a time, you got to understand that you're twisting that rod. That rod is not supposed to twist when you're torquing it. And when you twist it, you're crushing the bearing and you're damaging it. If you have both rods on and you stick a feeler gauge in to take up the clearance in between them so there is no play whatsoever, when you torque them down, they're going to stay square and they're not going to bind. That's one thing that I noticed that everybody's doing, and they're doing it wrong. I mean, they'll probably get away with it. They probably won't have any problems. Most guys that are building these motors, they drive their cars in the summer. They probably put 2,000-3,000 miles on them a year. Never going to notice there's an issue. If you drive the car every day and you make it into a daily driver, you're going to wear it out a little quicker than it's supposed to because you did that. So that's my next step. I'll be doing that tomorrow. That'll be my next video. This is just a really quick, short one. I got it all together. Bottom end anyways, the crank. And yeah, we'll be doing the pistons tomorrow. I'm going to wrap her up in plastic. Very worst thing is dirt getting onto your journals or inside your motor anywhere. Even fibers from a piece of paper. Paper towel is bad to use. You got to use lint-free cloth when you're doing stuff. You can't get any particles in between the bearing and the journal whatsoever, because that's going to score it and damage it, and it's going to be premature wear. Maybe it won't wear out for 100,000 miles. Maybe it'll, maybe a motor that's supposed to go 200,000 miles will only go 80,000 miles because you did that. Little things like that make a big difference. So the most important thing is cleanliness. Consider this doing surgery on a person in an operating room. Everything has to be spotless, clean, no dust anywhere, no dust floating in the air whatsoever. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. If you guys like it, give me the thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'm not making any money on subscriptions. It's just bragging rights. I only got 283 so far, which isn't really a lot of good people. But I appreciate the people that have been tuning in and watching my stuff, and I hope that you guys spread the word and get some more guys hooked up onto my channel. Anyways, talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow when I do my next video. Bye-bye.